Let's start this podcast really like both we're both gonna be like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Generally Speaking podcast, and like in sync, okay? So we're gonna like sync it up. All right, 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? And welcome to the welcome to the Generally Speaking podcast.
Welcome to the General Speaking podcast.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
that was perfect.
That was perfect.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you my echo? What's going on?
Are you my echo or something?
Stop.
Stop.
Welcome to the, what, 5th episode?
Welcome to the,
Stop.
97th.
Stop.
No,
Well-
okay.
Fail. Haha, fail. Big fail. Epic fail.
I'll try again. Believe me.
No. This is the 5th episode of the Generally Speaking podcast. And today, I have a lot more movies to talk about. Oh, I bet you love that. I bet you love this segment of the podcast, the Movie Speaking podcast, where
I love it.
the GeneralArse, the man in film school, talks about nothing but film. Oops, I just turned off
No
my
shit.
monitor. Hold on. There we go. Also bringing the microphone a little closer. We're gonna make this podcast a little shorter than usual because I just got home from a range, from retirement. You're right. I just got back from retirement.
He's back in the game. He's back in podcasting land.
Retirement was not really for me, so I came back. Look what the cat dragged in. You know what I'm saying?
Dragged in a corpse.
Like I said, I have a lot of movies to talk about, especially from school. So
Yeah, school films.
So let's just start with the movie that we saw in class on Friday, The Holy Mountain.
You saw, not me.
Yeah, sorry, Wall Seeker.
God damn.
Okay, this movie right here, The Holy Mountain, that I saw. I think I mentioned it in like the last podcast. I was like, oh, next week we're gonna see The Holy Mountain. It was the weirdest movie I've ever seen. Shit was weird. It was so wild and just, oh, what the hell? I'm about to talk about it.
Yeah,
It's
you will.
It's made by Alejandro Jodorowsky, I think Spanish filmmaker. I think he's Spanish. Who was he's Jewish. He's still alive. He made that movie in 1973, and he's like turning 92 years old this year. He's still making movies. He made a movie lasting like 2019.
Nice.
Which is insane. But he made the first movie he ever made. I don't remember what it was called. Was just like something completely different. Like people were not used to anything like it. It was weird. It was abstract. It was surrealist. It was absurd. It was insane. And
This Holy Mountain thing.
Yeah. No, it was not The Holy Mountain. That was the first movie he made, like that first got him on the map. I don't remember what it's called. Hold on, I'll just Google it because I have the power of the internet.
It's called The Farting Mountain.
What the fuck?
Hey guys, I hope you enjoy the sequel. Movie's gonna start anytime soon.
It was called El Topo.
Does that mean like, I don't know, mountain in Spanish?
No. It was
What does it mean, then?
It was the first ever, I think the teacher told us it was the first ever like surreal Western movie. Like a Western cowboy surreal like absurd movie that like people were just like, what the fuck is going on? And
Western, like you know, cowboys?
Yeah, cowboys. Out in the desert. It was made in 1970. And it starred Jodorowsky himself as the main character. The Holy Mountain does too.
The fuck, self-insert?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell? Is that the director? What the? Well, okay, M. Night Shyamalan, get out of the movie.
Get out of here.
He stars in his own movies, or at least in the first one he made and in the second one. That's the only two movies I know that he's made. or like that the teacher really talked about. And the first movie, like I said, it got some mixed reviews. There was a lot of backlash, and because it was so weird, people were just like, "What the fuck is this?
What is happening?
What is happening?
Why is he drinking piss 30 minutes into the movie?
I mean, maybe he did. I don't know.
Extended 10-minute piss sequence.
Director's cut. His balls off.
In the director's cut, he drinks for an additional 12 minutes.
Yeah, he drinks some more piss. But like, the movie was so weird, but it was loved by, of course, like a lot of people who like that kind of thing, the weirdos out there, including my man John Lennon, who loved the movie so much that he gave Jodorowsky money and assigned him his producer to like help produce and fund their next movie, or Jodorowsky's next movie, which was The Holy Mountain. And I'm trying to remember what is his name is something Klein, the guy who like helped him, who made the movie with him.
Ethan Klein. No.
Yes. Calvin Klein. No.
Cal, yes, him. Oh my God, no. Get the hell out.
Alan Klein, yeah. He is the Beatles manager. The guy who manages the Beatles. John Lennon was just like, hey, you go help this guy make a movie. And I even think like before or after the movie came out, Alan Klein was just like, he was losing his mind. He was just like, what the fuck did you assign me to? Like he was like angry. He did not like Jodorowsky. But Jodorowsky was like this. He was born into a Jewish family. He had a loving relationship. He did. Okay, he had a nice mother. Is what I'm trying to say. Like he did not have a relationship with his mother, but he had like him and his mom were of course very close because she protected him from his father who would beat her in front of him, and like it was just like he had a really wicked childhood. He had a really messed up childhood, and he really expresses that a lot in his movies. He expresses like the evil of the world of our earth that's supposed to be all holy nature. And nice. Holy Earth, Holy Mountain, and
our evil mountains.
Yes, exactly. And
he shows them on film.
And he's also a big fan of spiritualism, or like whatever it's called, and like tarot cards and stuff like that. And he uses a lot of that in his movies. And in fact, the teacher told us that he still in like France today, somewhere in, I think he lives in Paris or something. But he does like these Q&As at like schools, where he's just like fucking going to schools and getting like answering questions and stuff, and then he's working as like a medium or something where like people can go to him and he reads your fortune with tarot cards.
Which is I see in your future that you will die unless you watch my movie.
Exactly, watch my movie. Have you seen my movie, by the way?
Yeah, man.
Hold on, I sense that
I got the manager of the Beatles to produce one of my films, man. Come on, check it out.
Hey, I sense that. Hold on. This tarot card right here. Hold on. I sense that next weekend you're gonna watch The Holy Mountain, right? Right? You're gonna do that, right?
That's not a tarot card. That's just you wrote on a playing card. It says here.
That's a heart of aces that you just like.
Yeah. You just wrote
Ace of Hearts,
watch Holy Mountain on the card, man. What gives?
Yeah. What the fuck? Ruined it.
But now that you mention it, okay, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, and this movie is the first movie I think I've ever watched that does not have, or at least for an old movie, it's really weird how it did not have like 5 minutes of credits, which a lot of like older movies did, where like they would introduce the movie with like the title screen and then just like bam, 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 all the names. The movie just starts. Literally just it begins in like a desert, and we see Jodorowsky laying on the ground, bottles all around him. he pisses himself, and there's flies all over his face. Literally, his face is covered with flies, and that's the first thing you see in the movie.
That's a good start.
It's a very good start, and it goes downhill from there. It goes, it really goes downhill.
He gets more flies on his face?
Yeah, just more flies all over his body. Like, the movie was wild, man. There's a scene there's a scene in the movie where a bunch of like army people are like killing people ruthlessly in the street, and this was a very good part of the movie because I liked the symbolism and everything. It's a lot of symbolism where it was symbolizing how, you know, the government, the big old government, they are killing people, and then the elites, like rich people, they're sort of bowing down to them while they're killing the poor people, and then tourists are taking pictures. They're just like, you know, they're taking selfies. They're
oh my god!
They were just like killing people, and tourists are like, wow. Oh, and also nobody speaks in the movie for like the first 30 minutes. Everyone's just like, just like making weird sounds, like gurgling.
Like Kurt's the cowardly dog.
Like everyone's just like making weird, like fucking. It's wild, and
are they speaking Simlish?
Yeah, they're from The Sims. He pulled them right out.
Yeah.
This is what The Sims was based on.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, and like I said, in those scenes where you see like everyone walk or like all these, you know, soldiers killing people and stuff, there's like a scene where the soldiers have like their guns with their bayonetas on, and they're like walking around, and hanging on their guns are like little animals, like rabbits or something, like dead, and they're just displayed on like a cross, basically, like on their guns, and it's so fucking weird. Like people in the theater, I could like every time something weird happened in this movie, everyone in the theater was either laughing or going, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like, just like
hell no!
Oh fuck no!
God, dude.
Also, the teacher before the movie started, she warned us like this movie was made to shock you, so prepare to be shocked. And then at the end of the movie, the teacher was like asking us like, "All right, so what do you guys have to say about the movie?" And I yelled out, "I'm shocked!" And everyone started laughing and clapping, and everyone stood up and started cheering, and I was like, "Yeah,
yes,
no,
yes,
no." But
and then the podcast gets 1 million views today. Yes,
no, but the teacher was laughing, and the kids were laughing. I'm not a Redditor. I'm not like the type of guy to like go on Reddit like, "Yeah, this happened, and everyone started cheering me on."
Everybody
like,
gave me a standing ovation.
No, the people were just laughing. Okay, I didn't get applause there.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't want to talk about this movie too much because I legitimately want people to experience it. This is not a movie where I'm gonna go, "Don't watch this movie." Do not watch it because it's so weird and but so fun at the same time. The last two movies we saw A Clockwork Orange, which I thought was fine, but a lot of my friends after this movie were like talking about it. I kind of agree with them. I think this movie is more like entertaining to watch, and like, you know, it has more to it in my opinion. Like The Clockwork Orange had like a great start to it, and then it just like I feel like it got way less interesting towards like the middle and end of The Clockwork Orange. Well, this movie, the entire time, it's keeping you on your toes. There was only one part in the entire movie where I thought I was gonna fall asleep, and that's when he gets to this part where he's trying to find the Holy Mountain with this other guy. I don't remember if he had a name or not. It's the first guy who talks in the movie.
Mountain.
And one of the lines he says is, "Your excrement can be turned into gold."
Ew, what?
Yeah, what?
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
No, come back.
I'm back.
Yep. And so he's like, to get to the Holy Mountain, he's like telling him like this backstory of all the people that he has gathered to go with them, because there's like 9 elders at the Holy Mountain that they have to defeat, and so he has gathered 9 people to like defeat these elders, and we get to like see all of their backstories, and they are all just so fucking weird. But one of them was kind of just like and I was like falling asleep a bit there, but then like something. I remember I had that moment where, like, you know, when you're falling asleep, and then you feel like you're actually falling, so you jerk awake. That happened, and then I just didn't. I could not fall asleep again. I was just like, I almost fell asleep, and I just went like, oh my okay, God. All right, I'm awake. I'm awake.
Holy mountain, I'm awake.
But like I said, if you are a fan of film, then watch The Holy Mountain, because it's weird. Definitely, okay. If you're under the age of the legal age of drinking, do not listen any further, or at least close your ears for now. But watch it while you're like drunk or something with your friends. I think that could be an even more interesting experience. At least watch it with your friends. That's what I'll say. If you're watching it with people, I think you'll have more of an enjoyable experience, because you want to have people that you know that you can talk about it with. If you're just gonna, like, I went home this weekend to the farm, and I was trying to explain this movie to my like dad and my brother, and they were both just like, what, huh? Like, what are you talking about? And now you're
gotta lock you up. There's no such movie called, Holy Mountain.
They never make. What are you talking about, son? They call
Top 10 Unexplained Mysteries, number 1.
Number 1.
Film called Holy Mountain.
It's like the Mandela effect. It's not even real.
You mean the Freeman effect?
Yeah, the Morgan Freeman effect.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a Freeman.
Freeman. But yeah, that's the movie we watched for class. Then on Friday as well, at like 8 p.m. in the evening, we watched a lot of graduation films from last semester. The kids who were graduating finally got to show their films, because COVID restrictions are a little more loose now here in Iceland, and so we were allowed to have we had like we had two main little
million.
Screening rooms. Yeah, 3 million. We had two little movie screening rooms where we were showing them separately, and all the students in school had to go in one, and then like the families and the actual like people that were graduating were in the other room.
Yeah, all the family guys and family.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't set up.
Do that?
They didn't set up a camera inside the other room to like show the kids graduating, so we were just listening like a podcast or like a radio, and so
what the fuck?
Yeah, and so we were just like listening to the guys like give their speeches, and then we would like clap to like people who can't hear us. Like we were just clapping like yes, and like they couldn't hear us, but we were still having a blast, like clapping and cheering them on. Wow! Yeah.
I'm loving what I'm hearing.
I was in a very good mood, like, because I fucking worked on some of those movies, and I was like screaming like yeah, and there were people like looking at me, like there was a guy sitting next to me who's a good friend of mine who's just like, whoa, I like your energy, man.
Hey, I provided catering at the one film.
Oh yeah.
And in that other film over there, I did the lighting.
Okay.
And in this one,
the film that I worked on, this guy that invited me to go see his films, or like to come to the show, he was like, oh, I would love to have you, and I was like, okay, hell yeah, I'll come. And while he was giving his speech, he was like trying to mention everyone. He was like going like, oh, this person, this person, this person, and then he was like, I think I'm forgetting someone, and he didn't mention me or like the other runner in the film, and we were both just like sitting like on the edge of our seats, like, well, where's me?
You should have just shouted your name, just it's me.
At the end of the movie, like when it finished, at the end of that film, it was like doing the credits, and I was at the bottom, me and like the other guy who were like runners for the movie, and we were both like, yeah, that's me. Ow!
Ow! Yeah! Ow! What's us?
Oh, and my actor friend of mine who was sitting next to me, he was in a lot of those movies as like a background actor helping out. And every time I saw him in like the credits, I would always like point to him and be like, point to him, point at the screen, and be like, wait, is that you? And he was like really acting like humble, like yep, that's me.
Yeah, I guess you could. I guess I could say, my name starts with an M.
Yep, that's me. That's me over there.
Yeah.
And we watched, I think, like 6 movies, and they were all fucking amazing. The only complaints I have about those movies is that some of them I feel like needed to be fixed audio-wise, because a lot of them had like weird audio issues where it sounded like one scene had like echo because like they were in like a hall, not like a hall, but like a big like theater room, you know? And then suddenly they zoomed in on the characters to like, you know, get a closer like picture of them, and then the echo is just gone, which makes it really weird because they're still in the same room. They didn't get out, you know. Where did the echo go? And so like it was weird.
They put a fat guy in the room to absorb all the echo.
Hell yeah.
They call them buffer men.
But the first movie was really good. Oh, by the way, for anyone wondering, where can I see these movies? I don't know if you can. I'll maybe see if I can provide like a link to the website of the school. Maybe some of these movies will be up.
Or you could send me an email and I'll break into the school and I'll steal those films for you.
Okay, so whichever one works, you just like reach out to either me or Wallseeker. He'll break in and I'll just like provide a link. And all of these movies I think were around 15 minutes long, maybe a little longer, and so they're not full movies, just short films made as like the final project for the school. And the first movie we watched was a movie about a director trying to make Moby Dick, like that. Oh, dude, I said Dick.
D-I-C-K.
He's trying to a director trying to make Moby Dick's like story on stage, and he was like really like passionate about it, and kind of crazy too, because he was really pushing his actors far to try and get them to make this the best like show they could do, like the best performance. So he was really just like bullying them. He was like going like to one of the guys, like he was asking them like, hey, are you fucking drunk right now, or like something, or so, like, because one of them was like an alcoholic, and the guy was like screaming like no, and like was trying to like fucking act the best he could. And there's a scene in that movie that I know was put in there after like they filmed it. They changed it a bit, because they had that guy who was like the alcoholic. He was supposed to like charge at the main actor, the director, with a spear, like in a scene, and the director was supposed to duck out of the way, but he didn't. He like forgot to or something, and so the guy literally speared him in the arm, and there was just like blood spewing everywhere. Like he actually maimed his arm, and
in the movie, not for real, right?
No, in real life. Like, this happened. He actually stabbed him, and the guy was bleeding. That wasn't supposed to happen. And they just wrote it.
Did they keep it in?
Yeah, they kept that in. Like, one of the producers of the film, I know him, and he showed me that scene before I saw the actual movie, and he told me that like, this was an accident, but they, like, wrote it into the movie somehow. They made it so that, like, the guy came back to the director later and was like, hey, man, sorry about stabbing you. Like, actually kept it. And like the actor who stabbed him also, like he's the nicest guy. He's the one that I worked for. I worked my film for, like helped him with his graduation film, and he's the nicest guy. And he felt so bad. You could hear him after he stabbed him, just like screaming, "No!" Like he didn't mean to do that. He did not mean to stab him.
Damn.
Yeah, and so they kept that in, which was really cool. And it's just like this movie about that director trying to put on like the best show he can of the Moby Dick story, because he's so passionate about the story. And it was amazing. I don't want to spoil anything, like what happens, if I can find the story. So I'm just going to end it there. Like, he's just like really passionate about this, trying to put it on. He's just bullying and like putting his actors through a lot, and it's really interesting. The
ending is they put it on Netflix and everybody gets $1 million.
And everybody laugh and cry and shit.
And then everybody will give me standing ovation at the award show. Thank you.
I don't remember the exact order of the films. I think this was the second film. and I already told you a little bit about it. It was a film about a young woman who is at she's meeting her mom at a hospital, or like at least like a nursing home to like try and talk to her because her mom has Alzheimer's. And this was the most like powerful film of all of those films, because it was so it like got everyone in the room like crying. Everyone was bawling their eyes out. It was so fucking sad. It's basically about like this girl who's remembering like the story of or she's like remembering like moments with her mom basically, and her mom doesn't remember any of it. Like she remembers as a kid dancing with her mom, she remembers as like a teenager dancing with her, and as a grown-up dancing with her to like this one song. And then at the end of the movie she tries to put that song on at the nursery like house or nursing home, and the mom does not remember it. She's just sitting there, and the girl starts crying, takes the disc and like leaves, but like tells her mom she loves her. And then the mom like grabs her necklace and then starts humming the song and smiling, and then the movie like ends with like a quote saying like, doctors have still not found the cure for Alzheimer's. They're still battling. They're still like trying to find something. But the only thing they've found so far is that music can help people remember. And so like, you know, if you know someone with Alzheimer's, music can apparently, or like if there's any song that you listen to a lot with your whoever has Alzheimer's, then you can like put that on and see if they'll remember you, because they apparently music can help. Nice. And it was such a sad movie, and that's the only one I guess I'll spoil. I didn't tell you everything. There is some other stuff in there, some other details.
But you just gave away the ending.
But that's the ending. So sorry. It's just like, you know, it's hard to talk about that story without like giving everything away. It's really beautiful.
That's why we're here, man.
Yeah.
You're in the film school. You're gonna break everything down.
Break everything down.
The Illusion of Movies. Volume
Exactly.
1, written by GeneralArse.
This is the movie episode. This is the one where I only talk about movies, and poor Walsiger over here, he doesn't even know what to say. He doesn't know. He doesn't get to talk about shit.
I still have my... Oh yeah, by the way, this podcast is sponsored by Jim's
Peanuts.
Gas Powder.
Peanut gas powder? What?
Jim's Peanut Gas Powder.
Yep.
Huff them.
Stuff
and you'll
them.
get your, you know, peanut
Up
intake
your ass.
for the day. Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but we're not allowed to mention that in the thing.
Please,
the terms.
if you're gonna do that, talk to your doctor first.
We advise against it. Yeah.
Talk to your doctor first. Get some advice.
If you get a note from your doctor saying it's okay to put stuff up your butt, then hey, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
And the code is, yes, I'll take peanuts up my ass. Okay. No spaces in between except the ass.
Yeah,
okay?
the ass is all uppercase.
Yeah, there's a space and then there's all uppercase.
Ass. We're also sponsored by Joe Mama. Oh shit, got him. 3 billion people just got.
Yeah, 3
now we gotta
billion listeners.
Now we gotta get 3 billion people to listen to this podcast. How are we gonna do that?
You know, satellites.
Yeah. Do like, you know Max? You know what Max Headroom is? That guy who like took over that broadcast one time and did some weird shit back in like the 1990s.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do the same thing. We'll like take over the broadcast and just start playing.
Actually, no, we'll do the. You know, you remember that Hawaii missile alert? That was fake.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Everyone got a message on their phone like, "There's a missile coming."
Yeah, there's a missile incoming, but it was just like an accident.
Somebody accidentally pressed the missile incoming button, which everyone has. Doy.
Pineapple incoming.
Podcast incoming. Watch out. Two of the unfunniest dudes on earth. Speaking to you.
Everybody, click this link if you want to listen.
and everyone's gonna be like, oh, they can't be that bad, and then they listen and they're gonna start laughing their asses off the first second.
Yeah. Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So, all right, another film that I saw was about a guy who's like a total loser, also acted by the same like guy who stabbed that one man in the movie, and who I like helped in his film, and he's like a total loser, just like does not have a girlfriend or anything, lives alone with his mom, and he likes to eat a lot, and he goes out to like the store, is gonna grab a bag of chips, and then like another
Wait,
girl.
so he's fat?
Yeah, he's fat. Yeah. And the girl like grabs the chips bag like next to him, and then she goes like, "Oh, it's okay, I'll get another one." She grabs another bag, but like before she speaks, he like touches her hand, looks at her, and then it just like starts playing like angelic music as he sees her face, like ah. And then she like takes another bag and walks away, and then he's like at the cash register just staring at her while the guy's like, will that be cash or credit? And the guy's like, credit. Like he's just like too occupied watching the girl, and then she like drops her keys and is gonna walk away, and the guy's gonna follow her and walks into like the fucking window at the store. And then the girl like starts picking up her pace, like walking faster because she thinks he's like stalking her, but he's like following her with her keys because she dropped them. And then like he's like following her, and he accidentally throws the keys into a bush, and so he like jumps into the bush to get them, and then she turns around right as he jumps into the bush, so it's like kind of like he's dodging her, and then he like and then she like starts walking faster, and he like jumps back out of the bush with his hoodie on that like fell on him, so it like looks even shadier. So that was like a really funny movie. Like the entire time we're just watching this guy failing miserably at getting her like the keys because he's just like the dumbest guy alive apparently. Like he starts trying to get her the keys and he's just following her home like with his hoodie on and shit. And like sort of in the movie we see like both of their perspectives. Like first we see his perspective where he's just like clumsy, like we don't see that she turns around when he jumps into the bush. We just see that like he jumps into the bush, retrieves the key again, and then he comes back out with the hoodie on and he's like, hey, wait. And then she's like walking faster. And then like we go back in time and we see how her day went. And so when he grabbed the chips, she's way more like annoyed, like, oh, I'll just take another one, and grabs another bag of chips. And then like we see like her with like headphones in, and she turns around as he like jumps away and like shit. And she's like, it's a mess. And it's such a funny movie. I loved it.
Wonderful.
I really hope I can find that one at least, because I think people will really like it. Also, by the way, all these movies are in Icelandic.
Of course.
Of course. So
but we're not in America.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. So if you want to watch these movies, you sure can, but just like be prepared to like watch an Icelandic movie. I don't know if there's subtitles or anything. I like on YouTube if anybody's put those in. We'll put them. We'll put them.
I think we should geo-block our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So only Icelandic people can listen to an English podcast.
Yeah, English podcast. I'm spitting out here great ideas, man.
Exactly. And then we see another movie made by someone from like Hella or something, I think, like close to where we actually live.
Hella?
Oh, dude, I just doxed us. Basically,
hey, fun fact: there's a 5G tower in Hella.
In Hella, there's so that movie was literally, the next movie was literally just like filmed in a town close to us, and it was just a documentary about like people taming horses. So that was one of the films that we saw, just like people taming horses. It was really, I'm not much of a horse person, a horse guy, but it was a very interesting like documentary. I liked it, and the people were really funny. So I'm not going to talk too much about that because, you know, it's a documentary.
And then the final film that you saw was a film made by me.
There was
a documentary about
There was another film about Alzheimer's. A girl goes
Small
to like
world.
a girl goes to like AA meetings, AA batteries.
Yeah.
She's going to like these.
I have a huge collection of AA.
Yeah,
one from Duracell, one from IKEA,
well,
and
AA is Alcoholics Anonymous. Well, like she's
Yeah.
going to like a meeting where she's like talking with other people who are also like who also have people in their lives with Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's Anonymous.
Yeah, exactly. AA. And the like our main character is this girl whose husband, who's like 34 or something, has Alzheimer's, and she was just starting life with him, and now he's got Alzheimer's, and she doesn't know what to do, and so she meets. She's like at these meetings, she meets another guy whose mom has Alzheimer's, and he's really funny. Like this movie is like a little funnier.
Yeah.
And it's like basically about like how this girl's trying to like come to terms with the fact that like do I really love my husband still? Do I want to live my life with a man who doesn't even know who I am, or do I want to like move on and be with the next guy? And this guy was really funny, and she actually goes out with him, but I think the movie ends with like an open ending where you get to decide whether she stayed with her Alzheimer's like husband or she went with her like guy that she met at these meetings, and it's really beautiful. And I still think the other Alzheimer's movie was like way better, but that one was still like really funny. It had a lot of funny moments because that guy that she meets, he's like he asks her like, "Oh, what are you doing this weekend?" And she goes like, "Oh, I don't remember." And then he goes like, "Oh man, I can't talk to women. They all get Alzheimer's." Like that's like the thing he says. Yeah. And then he goes like, he also tells her like, "Hey, what did the Alzheimer person tell to the other one?" They don't remember. She's like, "What the fuck?" But that's like a joke in the movie, and I really liked it. It was funny.
Good.
Another movie is about a girl who wants to dance, and she's like really unhappy with her body and everything, so she doesn't like start dancing. She's working at like a dance club, like or dance like teaching school as like the secretary, and she's always like watching, and after like the school is over and she's like cleaning or like closing up with the janitor, she starts dancing, and the janitor is played by a famous Icelandic guy, Sigurður Sigurðsson. And like she's like, she talks to him and he tells her like, "Man, you remind me of my daughter." And apparently his daughter is like one of the dance teacher, and he goes like, "No, your daughter's great." And he was like, "Well, she's also very insecure about like dancing and talks to me about it all the time, but she like just like she stopped thinking about what people think of her and just does it, and then that gets the girl to like get her courage to start dancing." She like goes out onto like the street and meets like this guy that she sees every day while walking to work. Like he's dancing, and she goes like up to him and starts dancing with him, like with everyone watching on the street, and it was like really beautiful.
Nice.
It was really cool.
Wonderful.
And then
Dancer's Delight.
yeah.
That's the music that they're
That's
dancing
the
to.
music they're dancing to, just like farting and screaming
Fart step.
compilation.
Hey, you work out a lot here?
you dance here often? And then the last movie that they saw was the movie that I worked on, and it's a movie about a guy who lives with his mom, his brother, and his like his, I don't know if he's married, but like his girlfriend at least.
His dog.
And his dad like died out at sea, but then his brother wants like a job, and he gets him a job out at sea as well. And his mom is really angry at him and tells him like, "Oh, you like what the hell? Like he might get hurt."
Kill my boy.
Yeah, you're trying to kill your brother. You're trying to kill my boy. And he's like telling her, she's like,
"I'm killing both of y'all."
yeah, he's trying to like calm her down, and then he's at work and he gets a phone call, and then it turns out his brother did like have an accident, and he goes to his mom and like tells her, and then like after that he feels really guilty, and like his mom I think doesn't want to talk to him or something. He and like his brother is just like at the hospital, just like in stable condition, but still like really badly wounded.
In the toaster machine. toasting him up.
He's in a toaster. And
When
whoa,
he gains
dude, that was
consciousness-
fucking radical. Hold on.
When he gains consciousness, bro, he pops out and the bell rings.
And he's
He's alive.
and he's suddenly at a fucking wrestling like match.
You're alive, but now you must fight to survive.
That would be a funny, like, instead of like the gulag in Call of Duty Warzone, like if you die in the game, you get brought to like a wrestling match and you have to wrestle your way out instead of like shooting.
Yeah. That's powerful.
Bang. But like, yeah, the brother is like in like a coma, and the bigger brother, he's like trying to like get him to wake up, but nothing's working. And then I don't really want to spoil it, but that's basically how the movie goes. It's just like about this guy trying to get his brother to wake up, and also trying to like find forgiveness, because you know, it's not his fault, obviously, that happened, you know. Shit just happens. He just wanted his brother wanted a job. Oh yeah. Did he mean for his brother to get fucked out at sea? Find
The
out.
ending is he pulls out his phone, calls someone and says, "It is done."
It is done. Do it.
And he travels back into the future.
And there's like a lot more details I left out in that movie, because if I can find that one, I want, because I think that one like won an award for like best film. So I don't want to spoil that at all. It was really good. It was very fucking good. And I worked on it, so like obviously it.
Yeah, but according to Rotten Tomatoes, it only scored
Stop.
79%.
Stop.
I personally took away 21% due to my negative rating. I'm big. I'm big there.
I was working as the runner on that film, as in like the guy who runs around and gets like batteries and shit if they need anything. And then I was also the clapper a lot, like the clapping board where like they go scene 30 take 1, or like, you know, that thing. That's called a clapper board, and I was the clapper man in a couple scenes because they needed one. So they were like, "Hey man, can you do this?" Yeah, I was the fapper man. I was jacking off in the background. they put my cameo in. So if I can find any of these films, I will try and put links to them in the description, because they, like I said, they were really good. They are all in Icelandic. Again, I'm sorry about that, but like, you know,
you put those.
you just put
movies
whatever
in the description.
you just put whatever
But it's just, you know,
put whatever meaning you want into them. You know, you hear them talking Icelandic, and you just like make up your own story.
Yeah, make up your own story. That, you know, touching film about Alzheimer's is actually, you know,
This girl doesn't know that woman at all,
sponsorship for
and the
Coke.
woman's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? You know, get away from me."
Let me listen to my fucking tunes, man.
Shining away.
I don't know
I
what.
don't know what the fuck I'm listening to it anyway.
And then this weekend I saw a bunch of movies. I don't really want to talk about more movies, though. I want to talk about you, Wall Secret. What did you do this weekend? And what did you do this
Fucking
week?
killed a guy.
Oh, admit it? Oh my god! What the hell? Who did you kill, man? Who was it? You're gonna share with the class, right? Hey man, I'm not a narc. You can talk to me. I'll censor it out. I'll bloop it out.
Okay, it was
from
the corner store.
Oh my god.
Okay, bleep that.
Oh my
Type
god.
it out, okay.
I can't believe you did that. Now I'm gonna have to make a sticky note to put that in.
No, but before this podcast ends, I didn't kill anyone. I did not kill anyone, okay? That was just a sick joke.
It's a joke, everybody. Hey, Karen, it's a joke. Hello?
Yeah, Cameron from Walmart listening to us through the intercom. Hey, it's just a joke.
Farted?
Yeah.
That was also a joke.
You leave that store. Yeah. No, what I did was
Yeah?
played some games and also editing a video. A little,
Where's
just a little
the
gaming video.
okay ETA on when it will be ready?
Give it a week.
Ooh,
But
I
no
will.
promises.
By the way, I don't have your YouTube link for like YouTube
Yeah,
because
I made a new channel.
yeah, okay, good. I wanted to ask you about that because I took out your YouTube link out of like everything that I've ever put your YouTube link in because it right now just literally has your full name.
Yeah, it has
So
my full name.
I took that all out so that you can like make a new channel or whatever or rename your channel and just like, you know, have that fixed because I don't want to dox you.
Link.
Okay, good.
Sends you a link. It's just a YouTube poop
It's just Rick Roll
in 4K.
in 4K. I saw that this weekend. Somebody actually found like a 4K version of it, or not a 4K, but like HD at least. And I was like, holy shit.
It's the real deal. Might have done something more, but I think I might be having Alzheimer's. 'Cause I
No,
don't remember.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, what are we doing here?
forgetting.
Well, I think I just forgot what we're doing here. So that's we're doing a shorter podcast today.
I forgot.
'Cause we wanted to
why am I
ask you-
here, man?
Well, I mean, what podcast? What am I talking about? Yep.
What?
So thank you guys. I mean, who am I talking to? Bye.
Yeah, who am I talking about?
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye. This is really embarrassing.